In Kursk, one local resident openly stated on camera that there were Russian soldiers in the bunker where the HIMARS missiles landed. However, local authorities reported that almost all of the HIMARS missiles had been intercepted. The strike hit Lgov with a population of 21,000 people. This settlement plays an important role for the Russian armed forces as both a road and a railway junction, Forbes reports. The Russian Ministry of Defense is using Lgov as an important logistical base in an attempt to drive Ukrainian forces out of the Kursk region. This is already the second strike on Lgov. The first one took place on Christmas when the headquarters of the 810th Marine Brigade of the Russian Armed Forces came under attack from the same HIMARS. The most interesting thing is that the attack took place a couple of days after the Kremlin decided to withdraw the battered 810th Brigade from the front line. Experts say that such strikes clearly demonstrate why the enemy's numerically superior army has been unable to dislodge the small Ukrainian armed forces from Russian territory since August. Finnish analyst Joni Askola said it was a pitiful sight that Putin's army had been unable to drive Ukrainian forces out of its territory for more than 5 months. But the Russians' failures in Kursk are not just the result of their own incompetence. They are also the result of a successful campaign of deep strikes by Ukrainian forces. The Ukrainians are pounding Russian assault teams with mines, drones, and artillery as the enemy advances on Ukrainian positions, and they are also disrupting Russian logistics, reinforcements, and command by hitting them with missiles from dozens of kilometers away. The only downside for the Ukrainian armed forces is that ammunition for artillery and MLRS comes from the West. Trump has already promised that if he becomes president, he will significantly reduce or completely stop military aid to Ukraine. The risk for the Ukrainians is that their best deep strike munitions still come from the United States and the United Kingdom and France. And while British and French aid should continue, American aid is in jeopardy. US President-elect Donald Trump told NBC's Meet the Press with Kristen Welker his administration would probably reduce US support for Ukraine after it assumes office on January the 20th. The US House of Representatives impeached Trump during his first term of office in 2019 for leaning on Ukrainian officials to provide damaging information on his political rivals, including President Joe Biden. Anticipating a sharp reduction in aid under Trump, the outgoing Biden administration is rushing billions of dollars in assistance to Ukraine in its final few weeks.
In the city of Zdolbyanovo, Rovnoy region, Ukraine, a Ukrainian soldier and defender of Azovstal Artur Niverchuk was greeted by a crowd after returning from captivity. The soldier, who was in Russian captivity for 884 days, was held in 8 colonies during this time. In October, shortly before his release, a Russian court sentenced him to life imprisonment. The last colony where Artur Niverchuk was held was the Black Dolphin Correctional Facility in the Orenburg region, which is the most severe in conditions for those sentenced to life imprisonment. After returning to Ukraine, the soldier returned to his hometown after undergoing rehabilitation. Local residents, holding posters welcoming the soldier, greeted him with the Ukrainian anthem and chanting slogans.